Hey guys, what's up? I am back with a brand new video and it's time to do a speed test comparison between the Xiaomi 11T Pro versus the Vivo X70 Pro. And the Vivo X70 Pro is powered by new MediaTek Dimensity 1200 chipset with a 12 GB of RAM, while on the Xiaomi 11T Pro we have Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 5G processor. On the back we have quad cameras on the Vivo, while on the Xiaomi we have triple cameras, although we have 50 megapixel main camera in which we also have a gimbal OIS on the Vivo. Also, we have a 8 megapixel periscope telephoto lens which gave you a 5x optical zoom. We also have a 12 megapixel ultra wide. We also have another which is a 12 megapixel telephoto lens which gave you a 2x optical zoom, while on the Xiaomi 11T Pro we have 108 megapixel main camera with no OIS. Also, we have a 8 megapixel ultra wide. We also have a 5 megapixel which is the tele macro lens, and the packet is made up of glass on both phones, and the frame on both phones also is made up of aluminium. On the Xiaomi 11T Pro we have side mounted fingerprint scanner. On the Vivo X70 Pro we have in-display fingerprint scanner. Also on the bottom we does not have any headphone jack on both these devices, although we have dual speakers on the Xiaomi 11T Pro, while on the Vivo we only have a single speaker. In this video I'm gonna show you how much difference between the Xiaomi 11T Pro versus the Vivo X70 Pro in apps opening speed as well as in the boot up test. So without any wasting time, let's get right into it. And guys, now let's quickly boot both of these phones up at the same time. Here we go. Logo is came up first on the 11T Pro as compared to the Vivo. Also we have Android 11 with MIUI version 12.5 on the Xiaomi 11T Pro, while on the Vivo X70 Pro we have Android 12 with a Vivo Fun Touch OS version 12. But the Vivo X70 Pro is came with Android 11, and the 11T Pro more faster when it comes to booting up, while the Vivo X70 Pro 5G is taking a lot of time. And you can see now the X70 Pro also done about 8 to 9 second difference there between these two devices when it comes to booting up. Now let's talk about the displays between these two devices. On the Xiaomi 11T Pro we have 6.67 inch Full HD AMOLED display which can produce up to 1 billion colors. Also we have 120 Hz refresh rate, and this display also support Dolby Vision, while on the Vivo X70 Pro we have a 6.5 inch which is a Full HD AMOLED display with 120 Hz refresh rate. Also we have punch hole on both phones, and you can see the Vivo X70 Pro has a curved display which gives a more premium feel over the 11T Pro. Also the 11T Pro has a 5000 mAh battery size, while the Vivo X70 Pro we have 4450 mAh battery size. That is why the 11T Pro is a more thicker phone as well as more heavier as compared to the Vivo X70 Pro. But I would say that the 11T Pro is just not that heavy. Everything's closed up in the background, no application is running in the background. Also we have same Wi-Fi network on both phones, and the first application we have is the phone dialer, and that is very similar on both phones. Again we have different animation. Also we have Android 12 versus Android 11 on the 11T Pro. Next on the list is the settings. Now let's opening up at the same time, and the 11T Pro is more faster there. Now let's go to the display and let me show you the refresh rate. And you can see we have 120 Hz refresh rate on both phones, and the auto option on the X70 Pro it is not really optimized. I prefer all the time 120 Hz option on the X70 Pro. Now I'll check out some more application like Amazon shopping, and the 11T Pro is a little more faster there as compared to the X70 Pro. Now let's see the scrolling, and that is feels really smooth on both phones. Again 120 Hz refresh rate. So now let's open this deal, also very similar. Now let's see some games application. Now let's see that how much a difference between the Snapdragon 888 Dimensity 1200. Now let's open Candy Crush Saga, and the Candy Crush is a little more faster as compared to the X70 Pro. Again we have dual speakers on the 11T Pro 5G. So here's the 11T Pro 5G looks like with max volume, and the speakers is one of the best on the 11T Pro, while on the X70 Pro we only have single speaker in this price range, which is really disappointing. And you can see, and the 11T Pro speakers has a more bass as compared to the X70 Pro speaker. Now let's open Instagram, that is very similar. Now let's open Snapchat, faster on the 11T Pro. Now let's open Spotify, again faster on the 11T Pro. And now let's open Subway Surfer. Let's see this time who is faster there. And you can see the Vivo X70 Pro is performed a little more faster as compared to before. Again, now let's open Temper Run 2, and the Temper Run 2 feels a little more faster on the 11T Pro 5G. Yes, it is more faster there, and you can see and the Snapdragon 888 is performing more faster as compared to the MediaTek, which is a Dimensity 1200, which is a high-end mid-range processor, not the flagship level as the 888. Now let's open PUBG Mobile, and the PUBG is open up at the same time. And the 11T Pro little more faster there, half a second difference there, not a huge difference. At the end, it is very similar on both phones. Also, we have smooth graphics with extreme frame rate on both phones, no 90 FPS even on the 11T Pro. Now let's opening up the Twitter, and the Twitter is open up at the same time on both phones. Now let's open Zedge, and the Zedge is again open up more faster on the 11T Pro 5G. Now let's see the scrolling. That is feels again really smooth on both phones. We have 120Hz refresh rate, which makes everything more smoother. Last time I'm launching the cameras on both phones, default camera application. Now let's open the camera. The camera is open up more faster on the 11T Pro 5G. Yes, and the camera performance is more better on the X70 Pro as compared to the 11T Pro 5G, because we have a optical zoom as well as a telephoto lens, which is not really available on the 11T Pro 5G. And the main focus of the Vivo X70 Pro is the camera department, while the 11T Pro is the Snapdragon 888. Okay guys, now let's see internet browser speed. I am seeing default Google Chrome on both phones. Also we have same Wi-Fi network. Now let's open Wikipedia. That is a little more faster on the X70 Pro. Now let's see the scrolling, and really smooth on both phones, no issue whatsoever. And I see a little bit FPS drop on the X70 Pro. Now let's open this, and faster on the 11T Pro 5G as compared to the X70 Pro. Next on the list is the Apple.com, and Apple.com faster on the 11T Pro, little more faster there. Now let's see the scrolling, and again I see a little bit lag on the X70 Pro. Yes, you can see a little bit lag on the X70 Pro. And guys, now let's see RAM management on both phones. Again we have 12 GB of RAM on both these devices. Now let's see that who is performed good in the RAM management. So now let's start off with the phone dialer, no refresh. Let's see settings, same result. Amazon shopping and that card refresh on the X70 Pro. Instagram, no refresh. Now let's open Candy Crush Saga, no refresh. Now let's open Snapchat. Now let's open Spotify. Now let's open Subway Surfer. Again, no refresh. Now let's open Temper Run 2. Now let's open PUBG Mobile. Now let's opening up the Twitter, no refresh. Zedge. Last we're back to the internet browser where we left, and you can see. And guys, what I have to say regarding the app's opening speed, as you can see that, and definitely and the Xiaomi 11T Pro is performed more faster as compared to the Vivo X70 Pro in system-based application as well as in game app loading time. In the game app loading time, the difference is more as compared to the system-based application, which is obvious. In terms of the RAM management wise, and both phones is performed really good in the RAM management, no refresh on both phones. Also we have 5000 mAh battery size on the Xiaomi with 120 watt fast charging, which is the fastest in this price range, while with the Vivo X70 Pro again we have 4450 mAh battery size with a 44 watt fast charging. And thank you so much for watching this speed test comparison between the Xiaomi 11T Pro 5G versus the Vivo X70 Pro 5G. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel for daily tech videos, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well. And I will see you in my next video. Peace out.